Hello and welcome. Today I am removing some dried leaves off of my wine peach. Sort of a weird angle, but ever since I added some more shelves to my office, I don't really have a place to sit per se. I removed the desk that was in here. I keep pinching the leaves when I'm removing the dead leaves. It's sort of dark in here. I opened the shades just to get some more lighting in here. But hopefully the recording won't be wasted. Now, these were outside, but I brought it in because it has grown quite a lot. And I just removed all the dried leaves from the bottom. I feel like not too long ago, but it had so much still. Or maybe they're new. This needs to be watered as well, so I was about to water it, and then I realized there's so many dried leaves. I actually took most of it outside when I was outside because these were outside, but I realized I have to supplement some more soil. So in one of the earlier recordings, I had said that there was some weird sort of striations or lines on the bottom layers of the leaf, like all the center is new growth, which you don't really see the lines, but you see it on the bottom. As it turns out, these are variegated after all. I was telling myself, it's like, oh, this is variegated. It looks a lot like a variegated peach. What is this, wine peach? But I don't remember it saying that it was variegated. But then I just happened to come across an old video, and it actually said, when I did an unboxing of these, the description actually said that it was slightly variegated. The bottom layer leaves, which is pretty much all gone now, I feel like. This is obviously what I am removing because they're all dried out. And they were fairly highly variegated looking. I don't know if that's even the right way to express it, but yeah, they were very, like, there was a lot of like stripes or white sort of variegated lines. You just don't see that as much on the top layers. I have a feeling because one, they're new growth, and two, it's just been a lot more sunny. These were outside and they were a lot more sunnier, so I don't know if you guys have experienced that or have heard that if the variegated plant gets too much sun, the variegation fades away. So a lot of variegated plants, I've seen people do recommend that you grow them sort of under partly shaded area, but as much as I would like to do that, I can't really afford to, because if I do that, most of my succulents end up stretching. So these have grown quite a lot. So you can see now that I removed all the dry leaves, you can see that there's all this space here. So I'm trying to fill it in some more of my soil mix. I don't have a lot of soil mix left. I'll have to go get some more soil. And I've just been lazy, so it looks like I have just enough today. So yeah, I like to supplement once a lot of these newer plants that I have. I like to supplement a little bit more soil and lock it down with some gravel, because top dressing, because otherwise it starts flopping around. And then if that's obviously the mother plant in the middle, and these are the offsets. And apparently these, I guess, do give out a lot of offsets. They're fairly generous. Yeah, it looks like there's some offsets inside. I can see little tiny ones. But yeah, I don't want them flopping around, and when they lean towards when they lean out this way, they end up growing little roots because it's closer to the soil, it touches the soil, ends up growing little roots, and there's a higher likelihood that it will separate from the main body. So in order to prevent that, I've supplemented more soil, and I'm trying to lock it in by adding more top dressing. Keep it more in the center, and then I'm gonna water it because, as you can see, it is very floppy right now. It's very soft. It's one of the, I don't think, probably been maybe like a month and a half since I watered this. Alright, so that is all done. So that looks more tidier now, and it is, all the offsets are looking up, so that's good. Now I will give it some water. I was watering some other succulents just before. I have this little plastic bowl that I use to water my succulents. I was doing so for some of the indoor succulents earlier. I still have to water some more, sort of do it one by one. It's a quick dunk, only because it's still very warm nowadays. I think we have another heat wave coming, so this, I'm only watering the ones that are really needing it, really asking for it. So, and I would, depending on, I guess, the pot size, the plant size, I may leave it in here for a minute, or I may leave it in here for 5 minutes, or even a couple of hours. It really depends on when was the last time I watered it, how big the pot size is, and this is a fairly good sized pot. I want to say it's about 4 inches wide. So I'm going to let it sit here for a little while, and it's also needing a lot of water. As I mentioned, it's very it's very soft and floppy. So I'm going to let it sit here for a little while, and probably I'd say, I don't know, 5-10 minutes. I feel like watering is always a guessing game, especially in the summer indoors. And yeah, I think that's it for today. So I will see you guys next time. Bye now.